Good afternoon. Yes, y'all are ready to participate. Welcome to LSU Health Shreveport and our School of Allied Health Professions PA graduation, awards ceremony, and white coat ceremony. I'm Sharon Dunn. I'm the Dean of the School of Allied Health Professions, and the first thing I want to do is to start with a big thank you to everyone who's here. And I want to start out by asking all of the parents of one of these graduates to please stand up so they can appreciate you. We are very privileged to get to have this cream of the crop in our school, so thank you for raising your kids the right way. Because we didn't have to parent, all we had to do was teach, so thank you, parents. Now I'd like the grandparents of these graduates to please stand. Grandparents. Outstanding. You set a lineage and a heritage in your family, and now you got somebody who can take care of you. How about spouses and significant others? Please stand. You too have sacrificed time, dinners, family time away, and you got them back after tomorrow. Your graduates, these people's journey began with a successful application to the most competitive admissions process on this campus, and I would say in the entire higher education of the state of Louisiana. And that competition starts with 400 outstanding qualified applicants for 40 spots. So less than 10% of the people who are qualified to get into this program get in. And so that gives you a little bit of an idea of the prestige that these young people have when they graduate with this degree. Now that journey that started 2.5 years ago culminates tomorrow and them having successfully completed a grueling curriculum. It wasn't easy. So congratulations for being here. I'd also like to commend this outstanding faculty. You see 5 humans right here who during the summer have 3 cohorts of 40 on this campus. Through a few years of transition and being 1 faculty member short during a leadership search, these 5 humans have steadfastly continued to deliver on their promise to these graduates. That is high quality, high value education. The school, the institution, LSU, and I am forever indebted to you for your commitment to the success of these young people. Thank you. The PA profession is well positioned to make a positive difference in the health of society, whether on the front lines addressing urgent and acute needs of patients, or in community centers managing patients' chronic conditions. PAs provide life-saving service across the gamut and across the continuum of care. And they learned this in 2 years and 3 months. It's just outstanding accomplishments that they've made. And I only have one piece of advice for y'all. One piece of advice. I'm not going to give any advice tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big celebration. That piece of advice is to steal home base occasionally. And when I say that, I'm talking about Jackie Robinson. One of the defining moments in the legendary career of Jackie Robinson occurred in the 8th inning of Game 1 of the 1955 World Series. Jackie was standing on third base. 8 years prior to this moment, he became the first black player in the Major League Baseball and won Rookie of the Year in his first year. Since then, he had won the Most Valuable Player Award in 1949 and been voted to the All-Star Game 6 times. That's the man Jackie Robinson was early in his career. But this day, in 1955, standing on third base, he was grayer than before, slower than before, had a little bit of a belly on him, like me, and was near the end of his career. Stealing home base is the riskiest move in baseball. His Dodgers had lost 4 straight World Series to their crosstown rivals, the Yankees, and they were down 6-4 in this game. The safe play was to stay on third. But Jackie Robinson didn't become Jackie Robinson by playing it safe, so he stole home. The Dodgers lost that game that day, but they eventually won that World Series, and Robinson's daring move was considered a pivotal moment in that series. In his book Originals, organizational psychologist Adam Grant would describe Robinson's action as the difference between the logic of consequence and the logic of appropriateness. Logic of consequence is a more self-centered evaluation of the risk and reward, a focus on what will happen to me rather than the whole. It's the language of pros and cons, SWOT analyses, and risk assessments. But the logic of appropriateness is a deeper, character-based process of what should a person like me do in a situation like this. It's thinking beyond oneself to the greater good. It's community-level thinking. Jackie Robinson's character was developed over a time by the logic of appropriateness, not consequence, and that made all the difference. The logic of consequence would have resulted in a pros and cons for him to stay on third. The logic of appropriateness steals home because of the impact beyond a single run in a 6-4 game. Jackie stole home to change the morale of his dugout. He did it for his community. His team needed more than a run. They needed to be inspired by his courage. They needed to be a part of something special. So as graduates of this program and of LSU, win one for the Gipper and steal home occasionally in your career and in your practice for the impact that it'll have on your immediate team that you work with every day, and for the impact of your community of PAs, but also the impact of your local community. We can all use some motivation and inspiration these days, and I'm counting on y'all to steal home occasionally. And finally, please keep in touch with us. We're your academic home. We've gotten to know you really, really, really well in these 2 years and 3 months. So as an active alum and a clinical preceptor, we hope, forever, that you will continue to let us know what your successes are in your career, the questions that you have as you stay connected to us. It is now my great pleasure to introduce someone who recently stole home in becoming the chair of our Masters of PA Studies program, Miss Mandy Porter.
Welcome to our PA program graduation white coat ceremony. Thank you so much for coming here today and joining us to celebrate our students who after tomorrow will no longer be our students. I want to start first by introducing our faculty team. We often talk about how students put blood, sweat, and tears into their time with us. Our faculty team puts a lot of blood, sweat, and tears too, making sacrifices from family and friends because we believe in you and because we know what you're capable of. So I want to introduce our team, so please stand up. So we have Dr. Lindsay Farrington, Dr. Rebecca Clausen, Miss Katie Rushing, and Dr. Emily Evans. So I won't tell you how many years ago I remember sitting where you all are at today, at my own white coat ceremony at this program. And up until that point, PA school was the hardest thing I had ever accomplished. The hours of study and the challenges and the dedication seemed overwhelming at times, impossible. And I still remember sitting at my white coat feeling the overwhelming sense of pride I had in myself for this accomplishment. And I want you all to rest in that feeling today and to know how immensely proud we are of you, but how proud you should be of yourselves for that. One of my favorite quotes is by Martin Luther King Jr., and he says, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." Each of you has moved forward, sometimes crawling, sometimes flying, sometimes being dragged along by your classmates and friends and family, but you have each progressed forward towards this moment and towards what lies ahead. We, as your faculty, mentors, and soon-to-be friends, are so proud of you. Thank you for trusting us 27 months ago to create you into the professionals to be able to care for patients. I would also like to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone in this room, every family member, friend, loved one who supported you through this journey, who held you when you cried, cooked for you, did your laundry, made you laugh when you felt like the world was ending. Your support and encouragement helped them get here, and so we are very, very thankful for that. We are so excited to spend today and tomorrow celebrating each of you, and we look forward to the bright futures that await y'all. I would now like to welcome Dr. Diana Marandino, the Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, to give our invocation.
Thank you, Mandy. Please bow your heads and join me in the spirit of prayer. Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for this day and the opportunity to gather in celebration of these students who are transitioning from formal education training to one of clinical practice. Thank you for all that have gathered here, for you are the ones that have supported these individuals through this 2-year arduous journey. Lord, I would like to ask for your blessings today upon these students, soon to be graduates of the School of Allied Health Professions. Guide these new practitioners as they enter their chosen careers and the challenges that lie before them. Father, we ask that you continue to be with us today and this weekend as each of these individuals enjoy their graduation celebration. In your name I pray, amen.
I would now like to invite the president of this class, Casey Magera, up here to give you all a word of advice and encouragement.
Sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. I've had the privilege over the past couple of years of serving as our class president, and it's a great honor being able to speak with you all today. Congratulations to my fellow classmates, and after tomorrow, fellow PAs. And to the faculty who put up with our shenanigans for 2 years, I congratulate you as well. Anyone in our class would tell you that even though our white coats are a symbol of pride, we hardly wore ours during our clinical phase unless it was required. That's why they're also wrinkled. Most PAs I know don't wear theirs in daily practice either. For some, wearing our coats furthers this collective imposter syndrome that we have, and it feels almost wrong for us to have them on. But that doesn't discount the effort and the knowledge, the sacrifices we made to be able to wear them, and how heavy these coats are that we receive today with their extra length and responsibility that comes with them. To my classmates, I hope you can dissociate from your imposter syndrome today and wear your new coat with pride, because you've earned it. I would like to tell you all a little bit about our collective trauma, as we fondly refer to the past 27 months, and the journey we took to get here today. Summer 22 hit us like a ton of bricks. We spent our first day of school on a scavenger hunt through the entire campus on a hot day in May. Then, sweaty and exhausted, we had to take yearbook pictures, which we all looked surprisingly well in, despite. The smiles we had for those photos would quickly fade, or perhaps become less genuine. We joked privately to ourselves when our teachers told us that we would be studying 6 hours a day. We thought, not us. And then we quickly learned that we had to be studying 6 hours a day, and weekends, and holidays. We would have studied in our sleep if we could. That first summer, we hardly saw our PA faculty and spent most of our time with the med school professors, who seemed to drop like flies halfway through the semester. They all quit. But their replacements did a great job in molding our brains to be able to drink the water gushing from the fire hydrant and to not be flushed away while doing so. If I'm personally being honest, summer was by far the hardest part for me during PA school, and there were many nights where I wondered if I was going to be able to reach the finish line. I would sit in the shower and scream at myself with the deepest regret for leaving everything in my life behind to come and put myself through this torture. But I formed bonds with some wonderful friends who got me through. And with the help of our fellow warriors, we all survived our summer, battle-hardened and ready to take part in the rest of our PA education. For some of us, fall was the hardest. And we ended up seeing our faculty a lot, every day. We got sick of each other, in the best ways. I'm sure many of you, dear family members and friends, remember how our first white coat ceremony fell during midterms, and we probably weren't the most fun group to be around. I know I, for one, when I think of fall, still shudder anytime I hear the words PFT or anion gap. Are those even real? But then spring came and we had our sights set on clinicals. We were all itching to get out into the world and apply what we were learning. But first, we had new horrors awaiting us. Our lecture on fluids made us question reality. And then there was pharmacology, which was personally my favorite. But sometimes we are alone in our favorites, and our friends want to throw pens and chairs at us when we say they're our favorites, because pharmacology was not everyone's favorite. We earned the ticket to clinical year, as Dr. Fort so lovingly referred to the passing of our final grueling simulated patient exam. And then we finally reached clinicals with minor casualties, many of them auto-related. I think the majority of our class had some sort of accident or they got their car stolen in broad daylight, 100 feet away from the classroom. But we made it nonetheless to our clinical experience. We brought life into the world and were there for its completion. We refined what we learned, applying it to real-life scenarios and really learning what our place in the medical world is as PAs. But I do wonder sometimes if our dear classmate Phil ever learned in his experiences the answer to his thought-provoking question, is that a herpy? We hardly saw each other except for our once-a-month rendezvous, and the ephemeral feeling of fleeting time became ever more palpable with each passing end-of-rotation exam. Our school had to torture us one last time with a final simulated patient, but we made it through, and here we are at the end that we all knew would come. And though I wish for this suffering to end so many times, there is a sadness I feel at its completion. I'll miss you all. It has been the greatest pleasure learning with you all, and I wish you the best as we embark on our journey. Happy 30th anniversary to our beloved program, and congratulations to you all again for your achievements.
Hello again. You'll get tired of seeing my face by the end of this. I did want to introduce our medical director, who I was not able to introduce earlier. So Dr. Steen Treywick is behind me. So he is our medical director for our program. All right, now I'm going to invite our class valedictorians up. So these special group of people finished this program with a 4.0. So they are going to come impart their words of wisdom.
I don't know if this is gonna work. No one touch it. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, cherished family members, and my exceptional fellow graduates. Today, we stand on the precipice of a new chapter in our lives, a momentous achievement constructed through dedication, resilience, and unwavering support. Each of you here today have played a key part in our journeys to reach this moment, and we are eternally grateful to you all. It is with immense pride and profound gratitude that I welcome you all as we celebrate the closing of this journey we have collectively undertaken.
As we recall the beginning of our journey, we remember the very different places we started, only to find common ground in our acceptance to PA school. The elation felt after receiving our acceptance letters can possibly only be rivaled by the joy of graduating and beginning our careers. On our first day of PA school, we were told that our track would be long and hard, but to remember the pride and joy that we felt when we received those acceptance letters, and to return to that moment when school knocked us down. And it did, many, many times, especially during that first summer semester. Between cadaver lab, learning our ROS and Old Carts P, and adjusting to the loneliness of starting at a new school, away from family and friends for many of us, that first semester challenged us in ways that we had perhaps never encountered. But we survived, and we became stronger because of it.
As we reflect on our time together, we recall the sleepless nights, the endless hours of studying, the countless tears shed, and the challenges we've overcome through our journey. That makes us appreciate the friendships that we found, the iconic Halloween costumes that we shared, the fun, though not many successful intramural sports teams, and unforgettable memories we created along the way. Although we have been all over the state this past year, sometimes in a new city alone, and others right here in Shreveport, we have continued to be a support system for each other and lifted us to new heights. Without perseverance and the luck of the king cake baby, we might not be sitting here today. Each of us have been shaped by these experiences, molding us into the provider that we want to be, more compassionate and steadfast in our dedication to serve others.
To our esteemed faculty and mentors, your guidance during our time here has been invaluable. You have not only imparted knowledge, but also nurtured our passion for healing, empathy, and growth. We appreciate each of you always having an open door to help us with every educational and emotional hurdle, even though there were hundreds of them. Your dedication to excellence has equipped us with the skills and fortitude to embark confidently on our careers as physician assistants. We are deeply indebted to your wisdom and commitment, and we are eternally grateful for your help along the way.
To our families and our friends who have given to us your unwavering support, thank you. Your sacrifices, encouragement, and infinite belief in our potential have been the cornerstone of our success. You believed in us when we doubted ourselves, celebrated our accomplishments with us, both big and small, and you comforted us on the bad days. Today, as we stand here preparing to start a new journey, we celebrate not only our achievements, but also the profound impact of your love, strength, and your dedication to our future. We truly could not have done it without you.
As physician assistants, we are entrusted with the sacred duty to heal, to comfort, and to advocate for our patients with unwavering compassion. Our profession demands not only clinical acumen, but also profound empathy and the ability to listen attentively to those in need. Let us never forget the privilege it is to be at the forefront of healthcare, making a tangible difference in the lives of individuals and the community. As we step into the next phase of our careers, let us embrace the challenges that lie ahead with courage and optimism.
Today marks the culmination of years of hard work, perseverance, and sacrifice. Yet it also marks the beginning of a new journey, one filled with limitless possibilities and opportunities to make a profound impact on the world around us. We have spent the last few years growing as individuals while also creating bonds with each other. Let's be honest, they might be trauma bonds, but nonetheless, they have prepared us for our future careers. Together, as we leave this institution, let us carry forward the lessons learned, the friendships forged, and the shared commitment to excellence that binds us.
As we step into our new roles as physician assistants, may we approach each day with the same enthusiasm and dedication that brought us here, and continue to inspire, innovate, and lead with compassion. Thank you again to the faculty, mentors, family, and friends who have been our pillars of support. And to the classmates I now see as lifetime friends before me, thank you. Each of you has truly made this experience unforgettable and a little less traumatic. So here's to us. May our future be as bright as our white coats, as successful as our most impressive diagnoses, and filled with as much joy and laughter as our time together has been. Congratulations, class of 2024.
This afternoon, I'm presenting the Academic Excellence Award. Academic excellence is defined as the ability to perform, achieve, and excel in scholastic activities. This student has earned a 4.0 GPA throughout PA school. While academic excellence is about having a high GPA, it's also about being curious, an active and lifelong learner, and using the knowledge to better care for your patients. Not only was her knowledge base evident in her didactic year, but it was also noted by her clinical preceptors during rotations. We are incredibly proud of this student and know that she'll be a wonderful PA and valuable member of any practice. Here are some comments from preceptors about this recipient. Her ability to perform has her ready to go and do the job. I was really impressed and she made my days easier. She is an amazing student and an integral member of the team and will be an asset to wherever she goes. This student has done an outstanding job. I wish her the best of luck with her career, but I know she will not need it. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Academic Excellence Award, Miss Allie Neck.
I will be presenting the Clinical Excellence Award today. Then the faculty always have a difficult time deciding the recipient of the Clinical Excellence Award. The class is full of outstanding clinicians, some who came to us with strong clinical skills and others who have learned it here through hard work. I tell the students before starting rotations that they're all smart. I mean, the fact that they got here, every one of them is very smart, but what will set them apart clinically is their attitude and their work ethic. And that is particularly true for this student. We look at the evaluations that preceptors fill out about students when deciding who should receive this award, and many different preceptors commented on this particular student's clinical abilities. Some of the comments included, she did an excellent job on our service and quickly integrated into the team. She displayed an excellent attitude and demonstrated a very good understanding of disease processes. I was impressed by her knowledge base and eagerness to learn and take responsibility. She is hardworking and makes efforts to improve clinically on a daily basis. Eager to learn, great work suturing and replacing G-tubes, good H&P, active participant in patient care. It just keeps going. Everybody wrote stuff like that. Let's see. It is an amazing feat to impress that many different preceptors in different specialties of medicine with different expectations. The person we selected is an exceptional student, intelligent, hardworking, has a great attitude, and is an overall excellent clinician. It is my honor to present the Clinical Excellence Award to Tori Spraggins.
Hi, all. The Excellence in Research Award is not one that we give every year. We only give it when someone has gone way above and beyond their year-long research project that they're doing alongside their rotations. And the student who's receiving it this year, I think her colleagues would agree, didn't stop asking questions from day one. She has this curiosity and insight that is so necessary to be a quality researcher. I am so proud to present the Excellence in Research Award to Ms. Jessie Ayers. I gotta tell y'all the title of her project. It's really long. For her project on the impact of alcohol consumption on glycemic control in patients with type 1 diabetes. And she plans on submitting this for publication. I'm so proud of you.
The late Valjean Valgora was the program director when the first graduating class of physician assistant students walked across this stage to receive their diplomas in 1996. Mr. Valgora came to LSU from Nebraska. Prior to leaving his home state, he lost a teenage son, Joseph, to leukemia. During their son's battle with leukemia, the Valgora family was deeply touched by the hospital personnel that treated and cared for Joseph on a daily basis. Joseph and his family were particularly impressed with the selfless attitude of his caregivers and the compassion shown to him as he worked through emotional, physical, psychological, and spiritual pain of his disease. In memory of his son, Mr. Valgora presented a graduate of the class of 1996 with the Joseph K. Valgora Compassionate Caregiver Award. The program continues this award for several reasons. In honor and memory of Joseph and now Val Valgora, to motivate other students and graduates to ascend to a higher plane of healthcare provision, to challenge every graduate to look beyond the mechanics of disease and to break down the invisible barrier between patient and provider, and finally, to challenge all healthcare providers to reach out to a patient in need so they see the human side of medicine, which is often overlooked. Therefore, this award is given to the student who, during the course of their clinical education, exemplifies this compassion. After all, compassion for the sick is the first true step toward treatment and healing. There are many graduates here tonight who are deserving of this award. Compassion is even harder to achieve when you yourself are going through difficulties, as we all have been over the past 2 years. I have the honor to present this award this year. Here are some comments from clinical preceptors about the recipient. She was very easy to work with, very attentive, and a great listener. Student was a joy to work with, very knowledgeable and compassionate. She will make a wonderful PA with her attentiveness and caring personality. It is my honor to announce that the recipient of the Joseph K. Compassionate Caregiver Award is Miss Lauren Carey.
And I have the privilege today of giving the Dustin Carter Perseverance Award. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Dustin Carter, he was a former alumnus of this program who persevered to complete PA school and then went on to serve as a clinical preceptor. Throughout the 27 months of his schooling, he battled not only the everyday struggles that our students have talked to you about, but also numerous health challenges that came from previously having lung cancer that resulted in him only having one lung. Every year, every month, every day was a struggle, but it did not stop Dustin. He never let his health deter him from his main goal of becoming a PA. Even when his lung cancer returned shortly after graduation, this did not stop him from serving his community and precepting students. Although Dustin succumbed to his illness at the young age of 35, it was not without leaving behind a legacy of strength, courage, and perseverance. In this graduating class, there is one student who, like Dustin, persevered through obstacles. Yet these obstacles have been proven to be just that, obstacles and not roadblocks. This student was nominated by both fellow students and faculty alike for the challenges they faced and how they overcame them with grace and kindness. Some comments about this student. She worked so hard to persevere through PA school. She fought to be a good mom while furthering her education. She works harder than anyone else I know. She has excelled as a student, all while being the most fantastic wife and mother. And she went out of her way to care for her fellow students, never complained about the pressure she was under, even the most trying times. She has had an incredible amount of mountains to climb, and she has done them time and time again. She is an inspiration, a role model. If every student was like this recipient, the world would be a wonderful place to live and learn. We are immensely proud of you as a faculty, and I am honored to have been your advisor these past few years. This year's Dustin Carter's Perseverance Award goes to Sable Reynolds.
This award, the Paragon of Professionalism Award, is to recognize a student who exemplified the highest standards of conduct and attitude throughout their time here, as identified both by the faculty and by her preceptors. Some characteristics mentioned by her preceptors over the past year include responsibility, motivation, efficiency, thoroughness, compassion, adaptability, participation, and proactivity. And as her faculty advisor for her time here, I can just say ditto. I can't wait to see where these traits take you, and it's my distinct pleasure to present the Paragon of Professionalism Award to Abby Miller.
I'm going to introduce the Alpha Eta nominees that had their ceremony this past March. And so Alpha Eta is the National Honor Society for Allied Health Professions. Those Greek letters represent the initials of Allied Health. The society was chartered in 1975 and rechartered in 1998. There are over 93 chapters and more than 35,000 initiated members. Their motto is "Together we serve." And you will notice these individuals at graduation wearing cords of green. The purpose of the society is promotion and recognition of significant scholarship, leadership, and contributions to the allied health profession. No more than 20% of a class can be nominated. Their overall GPA has to be 3.8 or better. They also have to show leadership and achievement in their chosen allied health profession. Once recommended by the faculty and then approved by the dean, these names were submitted. So as I call your name, will you please stand so the rest of the audience may recognize you? Allie Heyman, Abby Miller, Allie Neck, Reese Robinson, Tori Spraggins, John Andrew Spustik III, Caroline Summersgill, and Kristen Wood.
Pi Alpha is the National PA Honor Society for the promotion and recognition of both PA students and graduates. It was organized for the promotion and recognition of significant academic achievement and honors them for their leadership, research, community, and professional service. This society also encourages a high standard of character and conduct among physician assistant students and graduates. Congratulations to these graduates who were selected by their faculty for induction into the Pi Alpha Honor Society. Please come forward to receive your certificate, a pin, and your honor cords, which you will wear tomorrow at graduation. Anna Dunn. Casey McGarrah. Ashley Stoikov. And Caroline Summersgill. Congratulations.
I have the honor of presenting the Alumni of the Year Award, so we're making a little shift now from students to practicing PAs. This year's recipient of the Alumni Award has been a PA for 25 years. Before becoming a PA, she was a pharmacist. After graduating from PA school, where she earned a bachelor's degree, that's what we used to get when we graduated, she immediately returned to school to earn her Master of PA Studies at the University of Nebraska. And just 3 years ago, she became certified in functional medicine. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say she exemplifies and fully embraces the PA tenet of being a lifelong learner. Over the course of her career, she has practiced in a single specialty, which is a bit of a rarity these days. Her contributions to PAs in otolaryngology, also known as ears, nose, and throat, include being a certified preceptor of the AAPA, our national PA organization. She precepts and lectures our students. She's also served as the president-elect, president, and immediate past president of the PA Society for PAs in otolaryngology and head and neck surgery. In addition to service to our students and her specialty, she's also served the profession at large by being involved with the Mississippi Academy of PAs, the Louisiana Academy of PAs, and the American Academy of Physician Associates over the course of her career. She's held multiple board of director positions in both MAPA and LAPA, including the role of president. At the national level, she has served on the South Central Region's Constituent Relations Committee, represented Louisiana at the House of Delegates, where she served for a decade. And she's even been to Washington, D.C. on several occasions to lobby for the advancement of the PA profession. As you might imagine, it's no surprise that she's been recognized as a distinguished fellow of the AAPA since 2012. To say that she has represented our profession and our program well is an understatement. It is my honor and privilege to award this year's Alumni of the Year Award to Ms. Marla Moore.
And I am here to talk about our preceptor of the year, but I'm going to start off by saying he could not be here today. He is actually in clinic seeing patients, but I still want to tell you a little bit about him. Our preceptor of the year is Mark Ardwan, and he works in psych, and a lot of these students have done rotations with him. PA education could not happen without the dedicated preceptors who are willing to take students month after month with no compensation. We are blessed to have some truly great preceptors who enjoy teaching and want to help us provide quality healthcare training for the citizens of Louisiana. It is always difficult to select one preceptor from so many great ones, and so we ask the students for their input, and they make the nominations. Mark has always been willing to work with us clinically, especially when we're in a bind for rotation sites. He's willing to take more students than what he takes right now, which is a rarity with a lot of preceptors. But he knows what it takes to be an amazing healthcare provider, and he always goes above and beyond to help our students get there. Some of the comments that the students, so earlier we were reading you comments that preceptors left on the students, and these are what the students leave on the preceptors because they both get to give, feedback. They said he's a great teacher and challenges you to know your stuff. He genuinely seems interested in helping students understand clinical psychiatry. He provided many opportunities to learn. He is extremely good at what he does. He is patient, kind, helpful, and fun, all of the things you want a preceptor to be. And I appreciate him for teaching me so much. He displayed a high interest in my learning as a student. He took every opportunity to teach me something new and ensured I am ready for the psychiatry exam. Preceptors often don't realize the impact that they have on the lives and future practices of the students, and we can't thank them all enough for all that they do for our students. We have a couple here in attendance too today, so without them we couldn't have a PA program, and so we will be getting the award to Mark for this, but I also want to use this time to tell the students that once they've been out practicing a little bit, they too can be a wonderful, fun, happy educational preceptor. Our number never changes, so reach out when you're ready, and thank you.
It's not going to fall. Okay, we're good. Every year, the student body votes on who we think deserves the PA Faculty of the Year award the most. Any one of our faculty are extremely deserving of this award. As someone that's worked in education myself, I can assure you the amount of time that we actually see our teachers is nothing compared to the amount of time that they spend on their own investing into our education process. The sheer amount of hours it takes just to create one lesson is not something that I think we as students ever appreciate unless we've been on the other end ourselves. The recipient this year is someone that has gone out of her way, not only in the classroom, but also anytime we needed help with anything, she was just a phone call away. She took on responsibilities and never complained once about them. She ensured the success of our program, and she still ensures the success of our program, and we are so lucky to have her on staff. It is my immense pleasure to award the PA Faculty of the Year to Dr. Lindsay Farrington.
All right, graduates, this is the moment you have been waiting for, the pivotal moment in your journey as you symbolically transition from student to professional with the donning of your long white coat. The white coat is not just a piece of clothing. It is a powerful symbol of professionalism, caring, and trust. It signifies the responsibility you now carry to earn the trust of your patients who look to you for guidance, support, and care. As you move forward in your careers, remember that patients do not place their trust in machines or devices, they place their trust in you, who possess empathy, understanding, and a human touch that nothing can replace. When you graduate, it is not goodbye, but it is the beginning of a new and exciting phase in your journey. We will see you at conferences, alumni events, and professional gatherings. Some of you will go on to precept students. Others may choose to lecture or even join or pursue a role as faculty members. Whatever path you choose, your contributions to the profession will be invaluable, and we are so honored that we will always be your academic home. We are now going to ask our graduates to stand up. Dr. Farrington will guide you as we lead you outside. Our beloved member that our graduate has chosen to cloak them, will you please also stand up and make your way out any door to the back right here and find your graduate. Dr. Clausen is joining us on stage. She had the honor of serving as this cohort's class advisor. So she will symbolically remove the short white coat from each of our students, marking the completion of their time with us as a student. And then your honored guest will proudly place your long white coat upon them, symbolizing the start of their journey as a physician assistant. As I call your name, please step forward. Jessica Ayers. Emily Colligan. Hannah Cuneo. Caden Davison. Grace Dodd. Lauren Daugherty. Anna Dunn. Juliana Escobar. Mason Garfield. Abigail Garner. Holly Hargis. Allie Heyman. Caitlin Hinton. Emma Hickson. Lauren Carey. Philip LaFontaine. Kristen Lonsberry. Jenna Louvier Atkins. Casey Magera. Abby Miller. Elise Miller. Allie Neck. Jennifer Norman. Avery North. Allie Perilou. Sarah Pham. Anna Rabelais. Sable Reynolds. Kendall Robinson. Reese Robinson. Caroline Saucier. Tori Spraggins. John Spustek. Ashley Stoikov. Caroline Summerskill. Lindsay Vaughn. Blair Williams. Kristen Wood. Please give a big round of applause to our physician assistant class of 2024. I will now invite Dr. Rebecca Clausen on the stage, who served as this class's advisor, to lead us in the PA oath.
Soon-to-be graduates, you will find the PA oath on the back of your program. If you will all stand, please. We will read the oath together as a commitment to the profession. I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty, integrity, and dedication, remembering always that my primary responsibility is to the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I recognize and promote the value of diversity, and I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, justice, and the principle of informed consent. I will hold in confidence the information shared with me in the course of practicing medicine, except where I am authorized to impart such knowledge. I will be diligent in understanding both my personal capabilities and my limitations, striving always to improve my practice of medicine. I will actively seek to expand my intellectual knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medical art and science. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to assure compassionate and effective care of patients. I will uphold and enhance community values and use the knowledge and experience acquired as a PA to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with physicians and other members of the healthcare team. I recognize my duty to perpetuate knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and on my honor. Congratulations on your long white coats. In closing, I'd like to thank you all for joining us today to celebrate this amazing group of PA graduates. We can't wait to see where your journeys take you. We invite everyone to head over to the dining pavilion for a reception celebrating the graduates. Graduates, however, please remain behind so that we may take a group photo. Thank you.